Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Do not mind me, I've got no makeup on. I don't usually do that on my YouTube channel unless I'm doing like Jess's journey and I'm showing you some clips if I'm going to the gym or cooking or whatever at home. I haven't got any makeup on, but look at the glow from this moisturiser. I can't even, I've got a big spot here, so apologies for that. I'm just drinking a cup of tea in this massive Tim Hortons mug. My hair is crazy and I don't know why the layers are just looking like this. Yeah, so I couldn't bother to do makeup. I thought let me just do something casual, but I really wanted to talk about cabin crew again. But yeah, my cabin crew videos seem to do quite well. One thing that people keep asking me is sort of like the recruitment process. So I thought I'd just dedicate a whole video to the recruitment process. Obviously I'm ex-British Airways crew and this is going to be the first time announcing this on my channel, on any of my social media actually. I'm going back. I'm going back to British Airways. I am so happy. I'm gonna talk more about that in like a big massive life update vlog, which I'll probably do in like the next month or two. There is a lot more cabin crew videos coming, guys. I'm gonna do like necessities to pack for cabin crew because obviously I already know all of these things, so I've got loads of tips for that. How to do like hair, makeup. I'm gonna be doing like vlogging, trips away, things to do in different countries. So make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel because we have got so much coming. I'm going to be doing the most, guys. I'm going to be doing the most. I really love like cabin crew as well because it really gives me that time to focus on my YouTube and my Instagram. I really didn't take advantage enough last time when I was there for like 3 years. So before I get on with the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It is just Jessica. This experience of like recruitment is from me with British Airways both times. I've never been cabin crew for another company, so different companies might be different with how they do their recruitment. I can only talk for British Airways, but I imagine a lot of it may be similar, or I hope that you guys can take tips from this video if you're going to another airline anyway, at least. I've just spilled that all down me. Brilliant. Love that for me. It's actually really funny because when I did my assessment day to go back to British Airways, there was somebody on there and they'd watch my YouTube videos, so it was quite funny. What I'll do is I'll explain how it was when I was there and then I'll sort of say how it's changed with the 2022 updates, because obviously there'll be a lot of people wanting to join now and things have changed. It's actually changed quite a lot from when I joined before. So I used to be a mixed fleet with British Airways. I believe there is no such thing as mixed fleet anymore. It's all one fleet now. You used to have 3 fleets when I was there. You had Worldwide Fleet, who were like the original elite fleet, we used to call them, you know, the guys who had been doing it for a long time. They were only long haul as well, so they never used to do any short haul. Then you had Eurofleet, who only did short haul. They'd do like there and backs or Euro tours where it would be, I don't know, a series of days and they'd stay in different places each night. And you then had mixed fleet, which is what I was a part of, which was the newer fleet. And that was a mix between long haul and short haul. So what they've done is they've sort of combined all of Heathrow. So this is another point as well. I'll be flying out of Heathrow. You've got Gatwick or Heathrow. I'll be doing out of Heathrow just because I think the destinations are a bit better. Gatwick is like a beach fleet, which is really cool because they've got really nice destinations, but you do find that they swap destinations between the airports as well. So Gatwick might do Barbados for a while and then it will go to Heathrow and then it might go back. It's like Maldives, I think recently has gone between each fleet. So you've always got that option of trying these destinations as well. And sometimes you do cover for like Gatwick. It's all one fleet now. So the Worldwide, Eurofleet and Mixed Fleet have all mixed into one, which I cannot wait because I loved Worldwide Fleet when I was at British Airways. I always wanted to fly with them because they're so funny. They've been in the job for years and I can't wait to go back and fly with some of them and fly with some of my old mates. I met so many people in British Airways, so I can't wait to see everybody then. I had like black hair when I was there last though, so people probably won't recognise me. I honestly look really crazy, guys. I look really crazy. I promise I don't actually look like this on my YouTube. Please watch my other videos so you know I'm not crazy mess like this. So when I joined in 2017, so my god, over 5 years ago now. and you do like an online assessment, which is still the same now. So when you apply online, you apply via their website. I applied before as just cabin crew Heathrow new starter. This time I applied as cabin crew with attestation because I was issued an attestation, as everybody will be with cabin crew. So my training will now be 4 weeks instead of 5 weeks. The training's 5 weeks. So you apply online, and then it's like an online questionnaire. I'm not going to go into like what questions are what or what's asked on the assessment day, because I think that's unfair and giving people an advantage, and obviously I would lose my job and I would not be able to work there. So, you know, I'm not going to go into things like that. It's just like sort of situational things, like what would you do if you were in this situation? And it's just using your initiative, it's just using common sense. So as long as you have some common sense, you'll be fine. That's the easy part. The online assessment is the easy part. So once you pass the online assessment, I can't remember how soon it was I heard after that, maybe a few weeks, maybe not even that. You hear and they basically say like, oh, congratulations, you passed the online assessment, we want to invite you to an assessment day. Now, years ago, 5 years ago, I had to go to London. The assessment day was really scary back then because we went somewhere in London. I can't remember where it was. I don't think it was the GLA. The GLA is where you do all your training. I can't remember where it was where we did. Maybe it was the GLA, but there was like 50 of us and only 6 of us got through. So that was a whole scary situation. But this time it's all done virtually, so it's all online, and I wasn't nervous this time. I think because I knew it was going to be online. Like last time I went and it really was daunting. I remember they basically called our names out, and a big massive group went into one room, and then me and 5 other people went into another room, and we presumed we were the ones that didn't get it, and the big group I think presumed they were the ones that got it as well, because they were sort of like smirking and all of that, and we were like wanting to cry. But actually we got the jobs, and they didn't, unfortunately for them. And it really was quite difficult face to face. I think anything is interviews, anything is quite difficult face to face, whereas online you've sort of got a bit more confidence. I feel like you've got a bit more of the upper hand online because it's not as daunting. I don't know, maybe it's different for everyone, but I felt like I wasn't stressed for the online assessment, and because I'd done it face to face and I knew how hard it was then, and that I managed that, I was fine with the virtual. But yeah, the virtual assessment, it's actually not that bad, the assessment day. The trainers are always really lovely and friendly, really nice people. You do like presentations, they'll tell you all about the job, explain the pay, the hours, what a roster may look like. A roster is like your duty for the month. They tell you like it will be out 21 days before the end of the month, or something like that, before the next month, sorry. They talk about some routes and all different things, which is really nice. And then I had to show like my attestation. You have to physically show you've got no tattoos. I think it's like face, neck, behind the ears. So you do like a role play so they can sort of see how your personality is and how you deal with situations if like a problem arises. And then I think you read out like an announcement, because they want to see, obviously as cabin crew you have to read out the announcements on board, so they probably just want to see how you are with speaking and stuff like that. Those of you who watch my YouTube videos know that my speech is pretty crap, but I feel like it's different when you're at work. Like, I don't know, I'm always different at work to what I am like online or whatever. And then the final part is basically having your interview, and you go into like separate rooms and stuff. You go into separate rooms and stuff while you do your interview and the role play and stuff like that. So it's literally just you and the trainer. It's not daunting at all. It's not like, you know, you have to do role play in front of everybody. And it was very different when it was face to face, because we had to go in rooms with groups of people. And I remember it asked us like what we'd take on an island or something, or what we'd keep on an island, and every single one of us around the table had different items. It was basically to assess like how we sort of spoke with each other, how we sort of delegated and all of that. I remember being like, because I thought, well, I've really got to shine now. I'm in a room with like how many other people, I've really got to make sure these assessors, because there was assessors all around the table, I was like, I've really got to make sure these assessors know like I'm here to get this job. So I remember saying to the others, should we just go around in a circle one by one and let's just read out what we've got, otherwise we're all just going to talk over each other and stuff like that. And I felt like that was good people skills, to sort of give everybody their chance to talk, but they don't do that anymore anyway. But I thought that was quite interesting on the original assessment day. That's all the assessment day: role play, read an announcement, interview, presentation, sort of talking about the job. And then you hear, they say like 7 to 10 days or something like that, but I think mine took quite a while to hear that I got the job, although BA had told me I'd got the job before the email had come through, because I was like emailing them like, I've not heard anything. Yeah, that took a while, but I think that's because they're trying to recruit so many people in at the moment because they're understaffed. And then you basically, once you're offered the job, I think you've got like 48 hours to accept the contract, and on the contract it gives you a provisional start date. Or did I get my contract through straight away? I think I accepted the job, and then I think you wait, and then all your contracts come through, like you get given a provisional date on the contract, and then you get like some welcome packs, and they tell you like a crew starter list, what you've got to do, like what's coming. They call it like a 6-week countdown, which I think I'm about to go into. And the 6-week countdown is basically going for uniform fitting. You do a security interview. I'm not sure what the security interview is because I don't remember doing that last time. I don't think we had a security interview. I feel like that might be a new thing. The uniform fitting, you go, you try everything on. It's really exciting because you put it all on and you're like, oh my god, you try on like the gilet, the whole uniform. You don't get given shoes or luggage, guys, so you'll need to go out and get shoes and luggage. Those people use trip cases, although I'm not gonna lie, my trip cases have buggered up, so I'm just sort of sorting out what I'm gonna do luggage wise this time. I might invest in something a bit better, but stand by for those because that's gonna be like a whole luggage, everything video, so we're gonna do videos on that. Heels, I think there is a guy in the CRC, which is where you go to report, like where you'll clock in every day. He sells shoes, I think like twice a week there. But if not, I mean, you can get shoes from anywhere. I got one pair from Shoe Zone. I think I got one pair from a charity shop. You'll need flats and you'll need heels. And when I say heels, get like a chunky heel. It's very rare you ever saw cabin crew with thin heels. I don't even know if you're allowed thin heels. But yeah, chunky heels. And then you need the flats because when you're on board and you take off, you're not allowed to wear heels. You have to take your heels off once the plane starts moving. Yeah, so you go for your uniform fitting. Not sure what the security interview is. I'll do another video soon because when I'm in training, when I'm staying down in London for 4 weeks, I'm going to do some like training videos and stuff, so make sure you subscribe as well because I'll just do some training videos, keep you sort of in the loop what's going on. See if it's any different from when I did training last time. You're not previous crew, so some airlines you may already have a US visa for. I have a US visa because obviously I used to work for British Airways, so I don't believe I will need to do a US visa embassy appointment. That is something else in the 6-week countdown you'll have to do. Don't worry because they send you all the links, they'll send you like a pack and everything, so don't worry about all this. And you basically go to the US Embassy in London. I think it costs maybe like 160 quid, but I think BA reimburse you for that. They also reimburse you, I think, for your DBS checks because that will have to be done within 4 weeks, but they do run out after 4 weeks, so just be careful because if your start date gets changed, that's a whole nother faff if your DBS check has run out. But US Embassy, you go there and basically they're quite strict there, but it's the embassy, so obviously you go in, you get your visa and stuff like that, they put it in your passport, and then that is obviously what you'll need every time you go to America. And then what are the other things you need to do? A medical, so you have to go for a medical appointment, which is where they'll give you like your injections and stuff if you need any. And I think you'll talk like if you've got any conditions, anything that may affect you in the job. They give you like a yellow card as well, which has like written down all your injections on, so you have to keep that. I've still got mine actually with my passport. Also as well, I think 4 weeks before you get given modules. Yes, so you get given some modules of some work that you need to do at home, like online modules, bit of virtual learning. So you do all of that. You might have to print your certificates off, or it's all a part of the online portal. I'm not sure, I've not got to that stage yet. When I come back off holiday in a couple of weeks, I'll probably have to do all of that because I'm due to start September 1st. So really excited. 4 weeks in London. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really excited to go back, but I just don't want to do the training again. Also, I thought I would just touch on referencing because I feel like this is a big thing in becoming cabin crew. It can be the bane of your life. It might make you pull your hair out at times. So there's about 5 or 6 different referencing companies that BA use, including BA actually reference themselves. So this time and last time I was with Proceus. Proceus actually weren't that bad with me. Last time I think my start date was delayed 2 weeks. 2 weeks I think it was, which to be fair I'm glad it was because I met the people like that are now some of my best friends for life. So I'm really glad that mine was delayed that time. This time, I hope it does start on September 1st because I've got bills to pay, I've got a mortgage, and I can't afford to go periods of time without any money because once I have my resignation in at my work, that's like 4 weeks notice and then I'm gone. Also, my friend is wanting to come back, so we're like really hoping that we can try and get the same date. Some of the people in the area are trying to get us on the same start date, so we're really hoping we can. It means I'll have somebody to stay in London with as well and I won't be on my own. But yeah, so referencing really depends on, some people say certain referencing companies are really crap, but I think it just genuinely depends on how fast your companies are getting back to the referencing team, how on it I suppose the referencing team is. And also, I notice people have problems if they've been like self-employed, they've got gap references or they worked abroad. I was speaking to the guy and I was like, look, how do you think mine's gonna go? And he was like, well, you've only got 2 references. And he was like, because BA was obviously my past reference, they got back on the same day. So BA cleared, it's just my current employee, but you can't contact your current employee until 28 days before your start date. So my current job said they usually get back within 3 days. So touch wood, I'm hoping that that referencing is okay. You've got gap references. Now they'll only contact your 2 personal gap references if you have gaps of employment. I do not have any gaps of employment, so they've said to me they probably won't contact them unless there's any issues with my referencing, which I can't see that happening because I've literally went from one job for 3 days off to this job that I'm in now. You know, touch wood, my reference is fine, and then they've already done my credit checks. You have to send like the referencing teams like proof of address, driving license, something else, and my credit checks went through, they're fine. So literally it's just my current employer, so touch wood, my referencing is going to be okay and I'm going to start on the 1st of September. But I do know some people wait months and months and months, and some people have had like 5-6 pushbacks, and I know obviously it can be really difficult for those who have got like people who are dependent on them, bills to pay, mortgages, everything. I mean, everybody's got something, haven't they? And then obviously if you don't start on that day and you're unemployed, I think it's like 4 weeks, and then you basically have to get a gap reference for that 4 weeks so it can create a gap reference. Or if you get a job in the meantime to pay the bills, and they're going to have to reference them as well. So it can be quite difficult, but regardless, the job is so worth it. I mean, there's a reason I'm going back, guys. The job is so worth it. I love British Airways. I love them. I think they gave me the best 3 years of my life. Probably to be, yeah, well, the best 3 years of my life they gave me. I thought BA was stressful when I was there. God knows why, because I was living my best life. But now I've come to a real stressful job. I'm like, damn, like I am gonna take full advantage of being back there. Like, I'm not gonna moan. I'm gonna live my best life. I'm going to do the most with social media. I'm going to work on myself while I'm there. I'm going to work out. I loved BA as well because I literally did so many steps a day. Like, just from a flight, I could do like over 20,000 steps, and I kept my weight down as well. So I'm ready to go back, travel the world, see some places I haven't seen, meet some new people, and live my best life again. It's the best job in the world. It really is. It's really hard to go to another job after that, because I thought, right, it's time to settle. It's time to sort of settle down, start a career and all of this. And then I'm like, damn, I wish I never left. If you've got any questions, anything you want me to do videos wise on cabin crew or anything else as well, but especially cabin crew, because we are going to be doing the most with cabin crew content, stay tuned, subscribe, drop everything in the comments box, what you want to know, what I can help you with, and That will be my goal, especially while I'm in training, because while I'm in London for 4 weeks, it's going to be really difficult for me to keep on top of my YouTube with all my fashion content, because I suppose unless I get my PR parcels sent to my place, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just keep my parcels getting sent where I live. It's probably going to be a lot of cabin crew content throughout September. So coming up, I feel like I'm going to do pack with me, like essentials, what you need to take as cabin crew, things that I wish I knew before that I know now, going back, get ready with me, hair, makeup, destinations, all different things, so stay tuned. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It's just Jessica X. Bye guys, have a beautiful time.